Excuse me, have you a glass? Any sort of glass, a pocket mirror will do. Even if you won't speak to me, you might lend me a glass.
Don't worry, I've got a glass in my bag. It's gone! They must have taken it from me at the entrance.
How tiresome.
What's the matter?
I feel so queer. Don't you ever get taken that way? When I can't see myself, I begin to wonder if I really and truly exist. I pat myself, just to make sure, but it doesn't help much.
You're lucky. I'm always conscious of myself, in my mind, painfully conscious.
Ah, yes, in your mind. But everything that goes on in one's head is so vague, isn't it? Makes one want to sleep. I've 6 mirrors in my bedroom. There they are. I can see them, but they don't see me. They're reflecting the carpet, the settee, the window, how empty it is. A glass in which I'm absent. When I talked to people, I always made sure there was one near me in which I could see myself. I watched myself talking, and somehow it kept me alert, seeing myself as others saw me. Oh dear, my lipstick. I'm sure I put it all on crooked. No, I can't do without a looking glass forever and ever. I simply can't.
Suppose I try to be your glass. Come pay me a visit, dear. Here's a place for you on my sofa.
But...
Oh, he doesn't count.
But we're going to hurt each other. You said it yourself.
Do I look as if I wanted to hurt you?
One can never tell.
Much more likely you'll hurt me. Still, what does it matter? If I've got to suffer, it may as well be in your hands. Your pretty hands. Sit down. Come closer. Closer. Look into my eyes. What do you see?
Oh, I'm there. But so tiny, I can't see myself properly.
But I can. Every inch of you. Now ask me questions. I'll be as candid as any looking glass.
Please, Mr. Garson, sure our chatter isn't boring you?
Don't worry about him. As I said, he doesn't count. We're by ourselves. Ask away.
Are my lips all right?
Show. No, they're a bit smudgy.
I thought as much. Luckily, no one's seen me. I'll try again.
That's better. No. Follow the line of your lips. Wait, I'll guide your hand. There. That's quite good.
As good as when I came in?
Far better. Crueler. Your mouth looks quite diabolical that way.
Good gracious. And you say you like it? How maddening not being able to see for myself. You're quite sure, Miss Serrano, that it's all right now?
Won't you call me Inez?
Are you sure it looks all right?
You're lovely, Estelle.
But how can I rely upon your taste? Is it the same as my taste? Oh, how sickening it all is. Enough to drive one crazy.
I have your taste, my dear, because I like you so much. Look at me. No, straight. Now smile. I'm not so ugly either. Am I not nicer than your glass?
Oh, I don't know. You scare me, rather. My reflection in the glass never did that, of course. I knew it too well, like something I had tamed. I'm going to smile, and my smile will sink down into your pupils, and heaven knows what it'll become.
And why don't you tame me? Listen, I want you to call me Inez. We must be great friends.
I don't make friends with women very easily.
Not with postal clerks, you mean? Hello, what's that? That nasty red spot in the bottom of your cheek? A pimple?
A pimple? Oh, how simply foul. Where?
There. You know the way to catch larks with a mirror? I'm your lark mirror, my dear. You can't escape me. There isn't any pimple, not a trace of one. So how about it? Suppose the mirror started telling lies. Or suppose I covered my eyes as he is doing and refuse to look at you, and all that loveliness of yours would be wasted on the desert air. No, don't be afraid. I can't help looking at you. I shan't turn my eyes away. And I'll be nice to you, ever so nice. Only you must be nice to me too.
Are you really attracted to me?
Very much indeed.
But I wish he'd notice me too.
Of course, because he's a man. You've won. But look at her, damn it. Don't pretend. You haven't missed a word of what we said.
Quite so. Not a word. I stuck my fingers in my ears, but your voice is thudded in my brain. Silly chatter. Now will you leave me in peace, you two? I'm not interested in you.
Not in me, perhaps, but how about this child? Aren't you interested in her? Oh, I saw through your game. You got on your high horse just to impress her.
I asked you to leave me in peace. There's someone talking about me in the newspaper office and I want to listen. And if it makes you any happier, let me tell you that I have no use for the child, as you call her.
Thanks.
Oh, I didn't mean it rudely.
You cad.
So that's that. You know I begged you not to speak.
It's her fault. She started it. I didn't ask anything of her, and she came and offered me her glass.
So you say, but all the time you were making up to him, trying every trick to catch his attention.
Well, why shouldn't I?
You're crazy, both of you! Don't you see where this is leading us? For pity's sake, keep your mouths shut! Now let's all sit down again quite quietly. We'll look at the floor, and each must try to forget the others are there.
To forget about the others? How utterly absurd! I feel you there in every pore. Your silence clamors in my ears. You can nail up your mouth, cut your tongue out, but you can't prevent your being here. Can you stop your thoughts? I hear them ticking away, like a clock. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And I'm certain you hear mine. It's all very well skulking on your sofa, but you're everywhere. Every sound comes to me soiled because you've intercepted it on its way. Why, you've even stolen my face. You know it and I don't. And what about her? About Estelle? You've stolen her from me too. If she and I were alone, do you suppose she'd treat me as she does? No, take your hands from your face. I won't leave you in peace. That would suit your book too well. You'd go on sitting there, in a sort of trance like a yogi. And even if I didn't see her, I'd feel it in my bones, that she was making every sound, even the rustle of her dress for your benefit. Throwing you smiles you didn't see. But I won't stand for that. I prefer to choose my hell. I prefer to look at you in the eyes and fight it out face to face.
Have it your way. I suppose we were bound to come to this. They knew what they were about, and we're an easy game. If they put me in a room with men, men can keep their mouths shut. But it's no use wanting the impossible. So I attract you, little girl. Seems you were making eyes at me.
Don't touch me.
Why not? We might anyhow be natural. Do you know, I used to be mad about women, and some were fond of me. So we may as well stop posing. We've nothing to lose. Why trouble about politeness and decorum and the rest of it? We're between ourselves, and presently we shall be naked as newborn babes.
Oh, let me be.
As newborn babes. Well, I had warned you anyhow. I asked so little of you, nothing but peace and a little silence. I'd put my fingers in my ears, Gomez was spouting away as usual, standing in the center of the room, with all the pressmen listening in their shirt sleeves. I tried to hear, but it wasn't easy. Things on earth move so quickly, you know. Couldn't you have held your tongues? Now it's over. He stopped talking, and what he thinks about me has gone back into his head. Well, we've got to see it through somehow. Naked as we were born, so much the better. I want to know whom I have to deal with.
You know already. There's nothing more to learn.
You're wrong.
The end of part 4.